Our organization is often called IPDC. Now that stands for Institute for the Postmodern Development of China. And obviously that's a very ambitious language, but we are quite serious about it. The model that we have used, or the picture that we use to represent our organization, is that of a bridge. And the idea is that we would like to be a bridge between China and the United States. Now, a bridge is something people cross, and cross, of course, in both directions. Now, originally, and for the first years, most of the crossing was taking place from the side of the United States to China, because IPDC stands for the Postmodern Development, and it was in the United States that that idea of a constructive postmodern development was developed, and we wanted to take those ideas to China, where they were much better received than they'd ever been received in the United States. Now, after a while, we realized that, in fact, things were moving in both directions. The most important contribution from China to the United States has been the idea of an ecological civilization. Now, an ecological civilization is thought of as simply an alternative to the civilization, the unsustainable civilization that we have developed in the West, and that China was all too much copying and imitating. The idea of ecological civilization that came from China, we participated in developing. And after a few years, it came to be not only an idea from China, but actually an explicit goal of the Chinese government. And we rejoice in that very much. And we now have organizations that we call toward an ecological civilization. And we had a conference that we understood to be thinking about what it would take to move toward an ecological civilization. So ecological civilization has become an important idea in the United States, even though it does not have the status that it has in China. But in China, there's also been thinking about what would an ecological civilization mean for education. And there's a white-aid kindergarten that is seeking to develop that idea. And in China, the idea of eco-villages has been richly developed. And hundreds of villages are seeking to become ecological villages in that sense. And we hope we'll learn a lot about that from the Chinese.